farming in the country, and he was shedding some light on that particular situation. Our Twitter poll question was also about that. If I'll quickly be able to tell you, do you think Kenya should diversify her staple food to include rice as a way of tackling food security? And as of now, majority of you have said yes. That's at 77%. Of course, I would like to remind you that it has been estimated Kenya requires about 300,000 metric tons of rice, and currently we produce between 45 and 80,000. I will leave you with this particular story that is courtesy of Philip Keitan. Rice farmers can now produce more rice while using little water thanks to a new rice growing technology. And the new technology, Systems for Rice Intensification, or SRI, has proved to produce more rice for plants while consuming 30% less water as compared to conventional rice growing techniques. So I'll leave you with that story courtesy of Philip Keitan on Next Frontier for this week. My name is Malika Akazia. Thank you so much. Do stay with us for this story right here and more on KTN News.
The aroma and the picturesque view of rice fields is a sight to marvel as you enter Muramba Village Tabere section in the Mwea Kirinyaga County. Being a rice harvesting period, machines roar in the expansive fields as farm workers too engage their sickles in the rice paddies. Moses Karethi, one of the pioneer farmers who adopted the system of rice intensification technology that drastically utilizes less water, is all smiles as we meet him in his 1-acre farm in the village.
I am the pioneer of SRI. SRI here in Mwea was introduced by Professor Bansemati through Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology.
Before he started using this method, Karethi used to harvest 4 to 5 tons of rice per acre. Today, he is able to get up to 8 tons per acre with the new technology.
I started that project in the year 2009 in an area where I used to produce maximally 8 bags of around 90 kg. But through the technology, I produced 11 bags which weighed more than 100 kg.
Currently, Karethi grows Basmati 370 rice variety in 3.5-acre plot of land. A growing number of farmers who have adopted the technology in Mwea irrigation scheme are reaping the benefits, with majority recording up to 20 to 30% increase in rice production.
The innovation has assisted the Mwea irrigation scheme very much because there has been an increment in production of over 20%.
The technology has also helped in reducing water use in irrigating the paddies. When the project started back in 2009, there used to be water shortages in most irrigation blocks. The number has now drastically reduced because the farmers have adopted the use of less water to irrigate their rice fields.
According to research, and even to the farmers can witness, there is a reduction of water usage by over 30%.
According to Professor Bansi Mati, the director and the founder of the Water Research and Resource Center at the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, JKUAT, the project has helped rice farmers grow more rice in small pieces of land, leading to food security.
SRI stands for System of Rice Intensification, which is simply a methodology or a practice that is different from traditional way rice has always been grown.
The SRI technology aims to stimulate the root system of rice that helps in increasing yields. This is contrary to the conventional way of using improved seeds and synthetic fertilizer.
Knowing how Mwea is very huge and people here don't have all livestock, we have never insisted to do SRI, you must have manure. If you don't have, go on with whatever fertilizers are recommended.
Historically, rice was traditionally planted in large clumps of flooded fields, which still happen in many places. 1 kilo of rice typically requires about 660 gallons of water. SRI, on the other hand, uses 30% less water than that.
Also water saved, from that percent saving, like the way Moses explained, when I started in 2009, I used to hear there is a shortage of 9 blocks. You know, blocks are very big. Blocks is not what you are seeing here. This is, one block is very huge. 9 blocks would have to wait for the next one and so on. After 3 years, we went down to 6, and then we went down to 3. Today, as Moses has said, they can irrigate everywhere because the farmers have adopted using less water. They know too much water is bad for the plant. Wetting and drying is good.
At the same time, SRI, in contrast, involves the careful spacing of fewer but younger plants, keeping the topsoil around the plants well aerated by weeding, using manure, and avoiding flooding.
So what is SRI different? It starts from, first of all, it starts from how the nursery is done. We do a nursery to accommodate. Before they used to do 25 kilos per acre, nursery only. Today we do 3 to 5 kilos. So we have really reduced the amount of seed used because we don't plant many seeds. We plant one seedling at a wider spacing. Then even that seedling, in the old days, the nursery would remain there for 1 month. Then they plant a tall seedling. Today we do, under SRI, we encourage a very young seed of 8, even 4 days, by the way, 8 to 15 days, 14 days.
The technology was introduced in Kenya at the Mwea Irrigation Scheme in August 2009. Through the efforts of Professor Mati, the project has since been replicated in other schemes across the country at various levels, including Ahero, West Kano, and Bunyala rice schemes.
Benefits back to them is also after you harvest your rice, even the traders know the SRI rice weighs heavier, and it also, we have even done milling tests as part of our research, and the recovery rate was very, very high. We got on all the rice coming out as super grade compared to conventional.
The process starts from nursery preparation, with the yield increasing when planted, from nursery then seedlings. In the older days, the nursery will remain there for 1 month, then farmers transplant a tall seedling, but SRI encourages a very young seed of 8 to 15 days. According to Professor Mati, research has shown that rice produces best when planted in the nursery, then transplanted.
We have now a younger seedling. We plant it at a wider spacing, and then we wet and dry the paddy. That's new. Before we came here, paddy was wet 24/7, 3 months. Now we dry 1 week, or depending on the weather, or longer. We wet 1 week. And the reason is all the biology of the plant of the rice is that actually it requires air in the roots. Everything we are doing has a scientific reason. It requires air in the roots. So when it has been dried, the plant is a happier plant than the one submerged for 3 months on end. And the results are easy to see. Then we come to the weeding. We introduced lottery weeders. Now it's not weeding season, you'd have seen one, but I'm sure you've seen some. The weeding is preferred done with a machine, a simple machine which here in Moya we are getting them in for 3,000 Kenya shillings, which has also a biological reason, which stimulates the root growth when the rice is weeded.
The young seedlings are planted at a wider spacing. With this technology, the farmers only wet and dry the paddy for 1 week depending on the weather, compared to previously, when they used to wet the paddies for 3 months every day. The drying helps in root aeration as compared to the one submerged in water for 3 months. Global warming and climate change has seen water become a scarce natural resource, especially for farmers like these rice farmers here at the Mwea Irrigation Scheme, who rely solely on large amounts of water to grow their rice. But currently, a few farmers are adopting new technologies that are enabling them grow the same rice using very little water. Philip Keitang for the Next Frontier.